Hello there, this is Ellina Nickell's Travel Mysteries. I just want to share with you some thoughts I have and how upset I am of what is happening in Russia and that fascism, Putin's fascism, just rolling over my country. And a few days ago, Russian fascists came and arrested people from a publisher house, Eksmo, which is many famous Russian literature was published. Many authors, amazing authors like Boris Akunin, very famous Russian historical writer, mystery writer. Amazing person. He had to leave Russia because he couldn't stand this fascism, and he spoke about it publicly. And right after that, they started to remove his books from the shelves. Even he was best-selling author who made a lot of money to the several huge stores in Moscow, for example, and all over the country. He's extremely famous. And they just throw him in the garbage because he dared to speak against Putin and against Russian fascism. This has upset me dearly and very much. And now Russian fascists somehow find out that there is gay propaganda on something in a few books. So they came to Eksmo publisher house and arrested several people, something like 10 what last time I heard, and just throw them in jail. Just like that. Just because they published something which government doesn't like. This is what happens when you're living in a dictatorship. This is what happens when your opinion does not matter, when you don't have freedom. And the worst part of it, the people thought, oh, it's not gonna affect me. If I will be proper and not really upset Putin and don't say anything, it will not happen to me. It will happen eventually, and it did happen. It happened in Stalin time, and now Russians put in monuments to Stalin back again. He murdered over 30 million of them. Murdered not only Russians, but Soviet people. Only Soviet people. I'm not even talking about future Soviet socialist republics and Warsaw Pact countries. I'm just talking about Soviet Union, USSR, and 15 republics of the USSR. In my home city, Volgograd, a whole bunch of people were murdered because of him. Even before the war was purges, but during the war, Stalingrad battle and so on. A lot of people were just thrown in the mid-waves attack, exactly what Putin is doing right now in Ukraine. And this is why I'm fighting all of this as much. I have a whole YouTube channel full of videos, over 500 of them. And this is why I am speaking out against it. Because we have to fight fascism. We need to stop it, because millions gonna die. Already over 1 million Russians dead, wounded, and missing in action. Just Russians alone, not even talking about Ukrainians or anybody else. It's insane. I also was very upset that one of the famous Russian mystery writers, Daria Dontsova, was speaking on one of the talk shows and beating up basically Boris Akunin, the author I talked about earlier today. Like, oh, he should have stayed Russian, this and that. I understand why she's doing it, because she's afraid. She is afraid that if she will not support this so-called special military operation, then she will be kicked out of literature. She might have been arrested. Maybe this, maybe that. So I can't say I beating her up, but it's just disgusting, just disappointing that the people has to give up what they were standing for. Like, she was an amazing author. She wrote nice, light mysteries. It was really, really uplifting spirit. It was, I always was saying that they should be sold in the pharmacies as instead of antidepressants, because they will so make people feel better about themselves, have fun. And even she has to bend her knees. She didn't write anything political. It was mysteries, cozy mysteries. And now this is what is happening. This is extremely disappointing. It's upsetting and it's horrifying. We need to fight that fascism. We need to stop Putin. And Russians need to fight. It's, for many of them, it's maybe too late, but it's not too late for them, for the money going and die on the front in the midway of the attacks. I won't even start on that in this video. But the point is, you cannot allow fascism to be and to grow. This is wrong. Because they will come after you. It happened before. It happened during Stalin time. It's happening now during Putin time. Nobody is safe when there is no democracy, there is no rule of law, there is no law, there is no, like, Even lawyers in Russia can defend you, because the ones who tried to defend Navalny just doing their job, they were arrested as well, just for doing their job as a lawyer. It's horrifying. When I see the tendencies in the United States, it was for years I was trying to tell the United States, this is where you're going. This is what will happen if you allow the government and one person to do what is happening. Nah. Oh, it's never gonna happen to us. It is happening right now. The sooner everybody will wake up to this and stop Putin and Trump, the better. Please wake up. Don't let it happen to you. I'm just horrified for those people who just working in a publisher house, publishing children's books. They find in children's books something they don't like, gay propaganda, whatever. They apparently consider gay the extremist organization. Organization, they not even, the gay organization is not exist. It never did. But when the government making rules how they want, just by the stroke of a pen, they can invent anything they want. This is what I was writing about years ago, when Putin started after those elections, and then after 2014 in Ukraine and Maidan. He just so scared for his life, he started to publish law after law after law, saying, for extremism in internet, 5 years in jail. Not explaining what extremism is. It means anybody could be arrested, but nobody said, it's not gonna be used, it's not gonna happen. It's used now, only now it's not 5 years in jail. It's 10 years, 25 years, 25 years. At least in the USSR we were saying we for peace. Now if people say that, they're going to jail. Just for saying we for peace, we don't want war. Just for calling war in Ukraine a war. As a mystery writer, as an economist, I'm upset and horrified. And keep in mind, dictators afraid of free press, they're afraid of books. This is why Hitler burned books, Stalin, every single dictator, and Putin now. This is not from strength, this is from fear, from weakness. He is afraid, he's very afraid. Free societies, like democratic societies, they publish in books, and people can express their opinion freely. This is a gift we have here in democratic countries like Canada and other democratic countries. Russians don't have it, and then many of them don't even know what it is. But some of them who was in Soviet Union or lived in my time during Perestroika, they know the difference. Many people in America right now, they don't even see that attack on the free press. It's a step towards what Russia is having right now. This is out of fear and weakness, not from strength. Thank you for listening to me. Don't let it happen to your country. This is why. It's not just because I want to spill it out and make myself feel better. No. This is about don't let it happen to your country. Learn from our mistakes if you can. If not, well, enjoy your future in a dictatorship. Thank you for watching. See you later.